Hey, it's Mari. Thanks so much for stopping by today. This is the prompt list that I've been using for all of my December daily album pages, and I'm going to be working on the 11th prompt today for my album. And the prompt I used from the Felicity Jane prompt list is The Gift. And I'm going to be mostly working with the Comfort and Joy collection from My Mind's Eye, and this pattern paper that you see me cutting down here to 8x6 is from that collection. So I'm going to just be using that as a mat for this 5x7 photograph of Jordan. I've printed this using PicMonkey, printed it in black and white, and I did put some text on there. And I really like the quality of this photo. I think it turned out really nice. And the reason why is because I used my DSLR camera. I have a Nikon D5300, and the quality of the photos that it takes are amazing. And so you can really tell a difference between this photo that will be on the right side of this layout and the two photographs that are going to be on the left. And I'll talk about that a little bit more when those photos come up here in a minute. So I'm going to just use some really simple embellishments for this. In fact, the only thing I embellish it with is that little chipboard snowflake that's in that really pretty mint green. I thought about putting the number 11 on this side, but I ended up putting it in a pocket on the left side. So I'm just going to stick this in my album now, and struggle a little bit with getting it open there, but I'm going to just pop that insert into, or that page into my album. And now I'm going to start to work on this 2 up, 2 down insert or page protector from the left side, which was the back side of obviously the page from the previous layout. Now you can see these two photos I'm going to be using here are very, very poor quality, and I'm not really sure why. I use my iPhone, and I do have an iPhone 6. It's got a really great camera on it, and it usually takes better pictures than this, but I did try to adjust them. I put them into an editor, a photo editor, and I did attempt to do something with them that would make them better, but this is about as best as I could do. So they look even worse actually on this video than they actually are in the album. So what I really wanted to document here is the story of the gift that Jordan got, or one of the gifts that he got. So the prompt is the gift, and one of the gifts that he got was a drone. And I think he actually ended up getting 2 of these drones, and my niece ended up getting in our gift exchange a helicopter, a little remote control helicopter. So they were flying these around on Boxing Day, and it was quite funny actually. So I did snap just a couple photos with my iPhone because I didn't have my bigger camera handy, and I just wanted to snap some photos quickly while they were flying these things around. So that's the story that I'm documenting here today. And you can see that on the left side here, I've just put 2 4x3 photos in those pockets, and then the top pocket on the left side is just an embellished pocket. So I just used more of that pattern paper that I matted the photo on the right side with, and just embellished it with a little candy cane die cut from this same collection. Now I wanted to use this chipboard number 11 from the Ali Edwards kit, and so I didn't want to just use it in white this time. I wanted to put a little bit of detail on it, so I just added a little bit of liquid glue to that, and you can just see me touching that up and adding a little more of the Nuvo glitter. And this is that really fine glitter from Tonic, which I really, really love. And you can see I've just added a little bit of journaling on that left side to that pocket, and then the number 11 is in there. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, gosh, I really wish that I had made or created an insert for this. So it's not too late, right? So I decided that I wanted to just add a little extra insert here just to jazz it up a little bit. And that's kind of my style with my Christmas albums or with my mini albums. I usually like to add just a little extra space there where some additional things can be stuck in pockets and that sort of thing as time goes on. So I wanted to create an insert here then with this pattern paper from Comfort and Joy. It's so pretty. It has these really pretty little snow globes on it, and there's a bunch of glitter on the paper, and I just thought it would look perfect with a specific layout. So I am going to just cut a strip of 6 by 12 pattern paper here, And you just saw me there trying to sort out what portion of the paper I wanted to use that would kind of give the largest chunks of those snow globes in their entire pieces. And so now I'm going to just take that in the 12-inch length, and I'm going to score it in a couple of spots. Each of those spots is a 3-inch depth, or I guess I should say width. So a 3-inch fold and then another 3-inch fold, so that half the length is folded in and the other half is just flat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to embellish the one flat side of that fold. And I think it's just interesting how it creates a little bit of extra detail here. So I'm just going to use my bone folders to flatten that out nice and evenly. And now I'm just going to look through the journaling cards that came with the kit with the Comfort and Joy collection. And I'm going to try to figure out which which card I want to embellish that little insert with. But I couldn't really find one that I really liked. And so I end up using a piece of pattern paper from the collection to create my own pocket there. And you'll just see me eventually, once I'm done going through looking at all of these different journaling cards or these little embellishment cards, I'm going to take a piece of the paper from the collection and cut it down to a piece that will work for what I'm looking for here. So I end up cutting it down to, I think it actually ends up being about 3 by 4. And I'm going to use a piece of red pattern paper that has white snowflakes. Now, the thing that's a little bit tricky with this collection is some of the collection has white and some of it has cream. So it's kind of a little bit tricky if you're trying to match those up to stay within that range or whatever it is that you want. If you want just white, you have to be careful to make sure that you're picking the papers that have just white or just cream, whatever you want. So this one has the white snowflakes on it. I liked that. Now I'm just going to round the corners with my corner rounder, and I'm going to stick this down on 3 different sides once I've created this little opening in the top. And so I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to just embellish the outside of that pocket a little bit just to create a little more detail there. And then I'm going to create a little insert for inside of that pocket. So I'm just going to make sure that that's adhered very, very well. I had used my ATG gun just to stick that down because the adhesive is very strong in that ATG. Now I'm going to take one of the stickers from the sticker sheet from this collection. That is the little snow globe with a little reindeer and the Christmas tree in it. It's so cute, and it has a glitter on it. Now I also want to use a brad, which was kind of an afterthought, and it would have been better obviously to have put that brad on that piece of paper before I stuck it down. So in case you decide you want to try this, make sure that you do that. But I just ended up taking that brad, and I cut a little circle out of some red glitter paper and just put it into that circle and then stuck it down. So it was really simple to fix that little problem. And that's what I ended up doing. Just MacGyvered it in that way. And now I'm going to just stick that down. I end up using one of those Oh Joy Pinkfresh Studio sentiment stickers with the word magic on it just to finish it off. And then you'll see me just creating a little insert just out of some white paper. And I'm going to take my border punch from Stampin' Up! That is the little note paper punch. I'm going to just size that down a little bit so that it's even as far as the little holes in the top. And then I'll size it down a little bit more just because it's a little bit too large for that. I want it to be able to slide in and out of that pocket really easily. And then that's going to be finished. So I'm really happy with how this insert turned out. I think that it finishes the page, this spread off really nicely. And I am only going to do 15 prompts or 15 spreads for this project. So my book is actually, I'm really happy it's not going to be too thick. So I'm okay with doing a few more inserts for the book as I go along. So that's going to be it for my project for today, guys. And thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you soon for prompt number 12. Bye-bye. Have an amazing day.